It's time now for Artist Spotlight with Ashley Meservey.
I got in Charleston in October 1980. My first job in Charleston, I was working at the airport as the groundkeeper. It's like a janitorial job to support myself and also to support my fiancée who was pregnant back home. One day, finally, my sister got a job in downtown, and I asked her, "What did you get?" "I'm going to be a hostess in one of these restaurants." I said, I know how to cook because Mom teach me how to cook. A week later, she told me, "They wanted to see you." So I start washing dishes, anything that I can help in the back. And at the same time doing that, my eyes is going to some other things, is what they're doing in there. It takes no time, he noticed that I can do things. So he's really being graceful to me and really nice that put me right away. Say, "Let's start over here. Go work next to me. I'll teach you something." I watch what they do, I learn what they do, and I create my own system to what they do. You cannot duplicate everybody's cooking. So what I did is I took a chance and I talked to my boss. I said, I'm going to try to open my own. We did it as a pizza place and an Italian place for, I believe, for a good maybe 17 years. And me and my wife was just talking. I think it's time to make a change. So I said, yeah, let's do it. I did all my research in California. I seen all those people doing there and start building my own concept. So I came back here and I start building my own thing and towards to what I see. In my cooking, because I have that influence of that Italian cooking and also an influence on my Filipino cooking, I kind of merged that into what I'm doing here. I don't use so many extravagant ingredients, all of that. I mainly concentrate on flavor. Simple flavor, very enjoying. Italian food is more on the tomatoes and the herbs and the cheese and all of that. Japanese food is they're more on the light and the soy sauce in this thing. So if you put all of those things to a dish, it'll come out completely different. But it's not going to ruin it. It's just going to enhance it. Right now, I love using basil. The Italian has taught me how to do that basil. Actually, the Japanese, I don't see so much of the Japanese use basil, but I use basil over to my cooking here and stuff. Well, with that sauce, we make all these ingredients and we cook that sauce, boil that for hours. And once we get that done, we puree that. And once we puree that, that's what we use to our thing. I know what I need in my plate. You need some colors in plate to bring up what you have in there. That's what we do on design on our plate, and mostly of our 90% of what we put in our plate is edible. I set my mind that I was cooking for a family, because when I do that, trying to please my family, there's no limit of how much or how good you want to make it.